I'm hoping none of my neighbors come outside, because I have like a straight view into the street, and they'll probably stare at me. They already don't like me because I don't talk to any of them, but I think if they came outside, things would be a little worse. Okay, hi, I'm Jamie, and I am doing a geeky book haul. No, I'm not. I'm Jamie, and I am doing a geeky set of book reviews. So the first book I have is Fangirl by Rowell. I read this book last weekend, and I completely loved it. This book is about a girl named Cather who is going to college for her first year, and her twin sister Ren doesn't want to hold her hand through it. She struggles with coming out of her shell and meeting boys. The interesting and nerdy thing about Cath is that she is a Simon Snow addict. And Simon Snow is a children's book series, and she writes fan fiction about Simon Snow between Simon and Baz. This book is one that you want to read right now. You want to read this book as we go back to school. My favorite scene in this book is between Cath and Levi, and it's the scene where she's reading to him. That scene made me want to just read out loud 24/7. After I read that scene, I read the rest of this book out loud. That's how much I loved that scene. The main male character in this book, Levi, he is definitely one of those roundabout love to love them characters. He is adorable. Levi is adorable, and I definitely fell in love with him from the moment Cath walked into her dorm room. Rowell has integrated these sections of fanfiction or other person writing into this novel. It's a quote from the children's book that Cather is obsessed with, and she puts them at the beginning of the chapter. She'll either do those, or she will do a snippet of Carry On Simon, which is Cather's fanfiction. They really connect to the chapter before about what happened, and it's just a nice way of summing up the last chapter. And the second book I have is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. So the main character of this book, his name is Wade Watts. I definitely appreciated why he was named Wade Watts. But he lives in a world that sucks. There is overpopulation, mass poverty, crime rates have skyrocketed, and the world escapes to a virtual reality called the Oasis. Now the interesting thing about the Oasis is that the creator died, and he left in his game an Easter egg that if a player finds it, they win it all. They win his company, they win his fortune, his over $200 billion fortune. To get this Easter egg, you have to go through a series of gates, and you have to find a key for each gate. And 5 years after the contest was first introduced, Wade finds the first key. This book is amazing. It is filled with so many 80s, 90s, and even like current references to pop culture that I was just smiling the entire time while reading it. My favorite scene in this book takes place closer to the beginning, and it's between Wade and Irock in the basement, where Wade totally gives Irock a smackdown and he just completely humiliates him. I was laughing that entire scene. This book is a very light read, it's very funny, and it's adventurous. Reading this book made me feel like I was going on a quest, that I was with Wade and with Alec and with Artemis, running from the IOI, and I liked it. I would give both of these books a 5 out of 5. They are must-reads for anybody who likes anything remotely nerdy or geeky. They are fantastic, and you definitely should pick them up.